Thank you very much for coming. My name is Darren from HEJ.tax. I'm a tax advisor, and this is?
My name is Michael Dye. I'm a U.S. immigration lawyer, and we're based primarily in California. We have an office here in Dubai as well. I'm back and forth every month, and so we handle all U.S. immigration.
And then our team would help with pre-immigration tax planning, and then once you actually make the move, compliance to actually doing the tax returns in the U.S. and any other jurisdictions to which you may be exposed. Does moving to the UAE mean that a U.S. green card holder no longer has to pay U.S. taxes? We kind of touched on that earlier. When you are a lawful permanent resident or green card holder, this is under Section 7701, you're still subject to taxes on your worldwide income. Unfortunately, by virtue of living here, you are not relieved of the obligation to pay U.S. taxes. And what you'd find with international taxes, it seems counterintuitive, but the emphasis is placed on reporting. The government wants to know what you're doing more than just simply collect revenue. How do we know that? We know that when we look at the schedule of penalties. The penalties for not paying your taxes, interest, depending on the amount, it may or may not be a big deal. But if you don't report, for example, your interest in a company in the free zone and file the relevant form to report that, even though no tax is due on it, just to report, is $10,000 per year. If it is that your spouse or your partner is a non-American and you give a gift to them, or you may receive a financial gift from them, which is the case because people get married to people from all over the world, the penalty could be up to 35% of the unreported gift, which could be a sizable amount. If it is that you have a bank account with EMD or Mashrek or whatever, and you don't report what's in that bank account, it could be $10,000 per failure to report. Or if your non-compliance is deemed to be willful, they deem that you deliberately sought to evade that responsibility, it could be up to 50% of the unreported balance. We can just go on and on. So the point is that the reporting responsibility is arguably more important than just paying taxes. So getting all those extra forms in play, even if you're a green card holder or citizen, is super important. And which leads to another obvious part, that as you walk into this situation, as you contemplate becoming a U.S. taxpayer, it's pretty obvious that the responsibility is pretty onerous. And especially if you have international sources of funds, international investments, it is unlikely that the average person could figure out what needs to be reported and how without help. It's unlike other systems where they kind of make it easier. You're looking at an annual investment in getting the right tax team, especially if you have international exposure, to help you make sure that you comply with the laws, understanding that the failure to do so meets with an aggressive response from the Internal Revenue Service.